Hey Pilates party people, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. My name is Caroline, a certified Pilates and yoga instructor here in Christchurch, New Zealand. Today's mat practice is Pilates to the beat, Taylor Swift, Life of a Showgirl, 30-minute practice. We do have some props and tools to get this party started. Make sure you have your 1 kg to 3 kg weights beside you, as well as that can look like soup cans, water bottles, or those wrist weights, those dumbbells. Find what feels good and let's start with our playlists in all fours. So we have playlists attached to the caption below. So make sure you choose your Spotify or Apple playlist. We'll choose it together. So once you're ready, we'll start the first song. The starter song is The Bones by Hosier. And we'll start it in 3, 2, 1, and clicked. Starting off in all fours, hands are nice and wide to support those wrists, shoulders, and wrists in alignment. Press through the outer edges of the pinkies, the outer edges of the hands. Take a nice inhale, open the heart through the shoulders, tipping the hips up to the sky. As you exhale, round like an angry cat, press a little bit more through the shins, the tops of the feet. Keep that pressure in the shins and the tops of the feet as you inhale, open the heart once again. Last one. Inhale, find your neutral spine, reach the crown of the head, the tail, tuck those toes and send those hips up, downward facing dog, pedaling through the feet. Maybe the head shakes a little gently, nah and yeah, let it go. On the next inhale, we'll find our pounce pose. So inhale, roll onto the tippy toes, send the hips down towards the heels, hovering the shins, look to the top of the mat. I'll meet you at the top of your mat, step, jump, or float your feet forward, forward fold. Head nice and heavy, inhale, halfway lift. Roll those shoulders in the back pocket. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, root to rise, press the soles of the feet into the earth, reach those arms all the way up, hands clasp. Draw them into heart center as you exhale. Inhale, find your Tadasana, flip the palms of the hands, reach the crown. Exhale, nod the chin and slowly ripple down. Imagine peeling off a wall behind you like wallpaper. The knees are nice and soft, the head, the neck, the shoulders are a little heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Generous bend in the knees this time. Plant the hands, step it back into your plank. Now we have options through our chaturanga. 1 piece, maybe the knees land for 2 pieces. Send the heart forward. Elbows stay tight to the body as you lower to hover or land. Untuck the toes. Shine the heart through the shoulders. Engage the glutes to support the lower spine, slowly melting down to hover or land. Tuck the toes, either through all fours or that push-up. Tip those hips, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, looking at the top of the mat, we find our second pounce pose. Roll onto the tippy toes, hips to heels. Step, jump, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, root to rise, reach those arms all the way up. Here's your change. As you exhale, the hands melt down to the side. Roll those shoulders a few times over. And on the next inhale, reach the crown of the head. Exhale, tip it over to the left side. Roll that right shoulder. Sweep past the toes with the fingertips. Peeling up the side body, maybe opening the heart center. Last 2 times. Let the head feel heavy. Let this feel really nice. Last one. Drawing back to center, roll out those shoulders. Let's do it all again on the other side. Tip it over, sweep through. Last 2. We're going to start off with our core work today. Drawing back to center, roll out those shoulders. Our first working song, slowly coming into that seated position. Elizabeth Taylor. This new album is so good. Land the soles of the feet, reach those arms in front, scoop the tail, send the tailbone to the front of the room as you slowly melt down onto the mat. Take those hands, crisscross applesauce behind the head. Elbows are in the peripherals. Come on to the tippy toes, so walk those feet just under the knees, lifting up to the tippy toes, big toe mound, pinky toe, land. Imprint the lower spine here, so as you exhale, scoop the tail just slightly, making sure that the lower spine is nice and melted into the mat. We'll keep that melt. And as you exhale, lift into that chest lift. Inhale, lowering down. Exhale. Keeping that imprint, Shine the heart towards the tops of the thighs. Instead of lifting through the neck space, it's just coming for the ride. Last 2. Last 1. This time, option to stay at that layer or lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Draw the left knee into the chest. Tap it down and lower down. Exhale. Right knee drives. And tap. And low. Keep going. Last 2. 1 more on each side. This time, lifting both legs to tabletop position. 1 and then the other. Keep that imprint. Chest lift up and lower down. Last 4. Keep those knees hip-width distance apart for 3, but press them away. If they're drawing towards the chest, press them out over those hips. This time we'll lift, rotate that right elbow to the left knee, reach that right leg nice and long. Draw back to center, lower down. Exhale, reach. Draw back to center and low. Exhale and reach. Draw center and low. Option to keep that reset, that lower in the middle, or keep that chest lift and find that nice reach from side to side, maybe gaining a little bit of speed. Keep the back of the pelvis nice and stable. Feel that fire for 4. For 3 on either side. Pause at the center, lower down, reset, and we're going to find that chest lift, little pulses with that heart, not the neck. Little pulses, send the heart. Pump it towards the tops of the thighs. 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep that chest lift, left hand behind the left thigh, right behind the right. Press the thighs away. Try not to use momentum, but momentum is there if you need it. Roll all the way over those knees and step back into all 4s. Oh, all right, we are warm. So coming in to the next song, Life of a Showgirl, and we're taking that right forearm down onto the mat horizontally. Left hand stays, just put under that nice shoulder. Flex through the left foot. So that right forearm is horizontal, that left foot is flexed. Kicking up to the sky with that left heel, donkey kick. Inhale, tap it down. Roll a little bit more weight into that left hip. I know we want to draw all the way into the right, but we stay slow. Using that exhale to feel as if we're zipping up those jeans, zipping that zipper all the way up to the belly button. Last one. Let's find some pulses at the top. Little pulse. With control, roll that left hip just slightly to align with the right. For 5. For 4. For 3. Last 2. We'll find a hamstring curl after this. Kicking up, draw back in. Point the toe, reach the toe to the back wall. Flex the foot, curl it into 90. Point and reach. Flex and in. Point and reach. Flex and draw. We're going to add something up in that next little bit. That little extra layer. Pause in that next hamstring curl or reach, stepping onto the right hand. Pressing those hands away from the mat, send the heart and the collarbones forward over the front of the mat as those elbows tuck in. Find your nice press and forearm lands. Flex the foot, curl it into 90. Point the toe, reach it out, step it up, and reach forward. Press, forearm down, flex the foot, draw it up. Point the toe, reach it out. Step it down, Reach it forward. Keep going here. All right. We're going to press it up. Draw it in. Flex that foot. Hamstring curl. Draw it all the way to the glute and give it a squeeze. Keep that foot flexed. Pull and reach. Pull, reach. Keeping that foot flexed this round, or choose to point the toe, reach. Flex the foot, pull it in. Might take a little bit more time. That might be a little slower for you, but stick with your beat. 4, 3, 2, and 1. When you're ready, you fold that knee under, find your child's pose, take both hands on that mat, knees out to either side, big toes touch, sink those hips down to the heels, maybe find a sway into the hips. Last breath. That song will change and we'll come back to our supine ab series or onto our back. Coming back in to that core work or that ab series, this time take those weights with you. Option is to always have those weights just off to the mat or the side. Reach those weights or those arms up to the sky, palms facing towards one another. We're imprinting that lower spine, so walk those feet under, imprint that lower spine, come onto the tippy toes. Exhale, we're gonna lift the head, neck, and shoulders, chest draws towards the tops of the thighs, reach those hands away, and slowly lower down. Exhale. Last 2. Draw it down. We'll lift those legs to tabletop position. Keep that imprint. We're going to reach that right arm away. Left arm reaches away. Dead bug. Draw back to center. Other side. Keep that imprint. You're more than welcome to keep alternating those arms. Or in 2 more. 1 more on either side. We're going to double those legs, double those arms. So both arms and legs reach out on the next round. So option here to clasp those hands, zip up those inner thighs, and reach those legs, reach those arms. Back to center. Keep that imprint for 4. For 3. 2. Back to center, just those legs, reach and extend, and fold. Those arms, reach and fold. Reach it out and fold. Alternating between those arms and those legs. All right, option to keep alternating. Option to come back into that double down. So reach both the arms and the legs, and in. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Back to center. Keep those arms reaching. Soles of the feet land, hip width distance apart. We're going to articulate through the spine, so feel that scoop of the tail, imprint the lower spine, lift the pelvis, and start to stack the vertebrae. Shoulders remain nice and heavy. Those floating ribs at the bottom of the rib cage, lower down, float them down towards the spine. Inhale. Exhale, slowly melt down to the back of the shoulder blades, 1 rib at a time, 1 vertebrae at a time. Release the tail. Inhale. Exhale, all the way back up. This time we'll stay lifted. So as you lift, keep those lower ribs nice and heavy towards the spine. Keep the spine nice and long. Hip dip. So keep the spine nice and long. Crease the front of the hips. Press all the way up. The back of the leggings or the back of the pants We'll dip down to the mat for 3. Last 2. I know this song is ending, but we're here for that last one. Dip those hips all the way down. Keep that flat back, but this time land the back of the pelvis. Weights go on either side. Draw those knees into the chest. Take those underhand grips and then press all the way up. Life of a Showgirl, round 2. Let's take that left forearm horizontally, flex through that right foot, and then we'll press it up and low. We keep it slow. Zipping up those pants, rolling into the right hip a little bit more. We'll draw into that hamstring curl or that half hamstring curl. As you press up, point the toe, reach it out, flex the foot, draw it in and down. Really nice. So we're going to keep it lifted. So press through the forearm, press it up, point the toe, reach, flex the foot, fold it in, keep it lifted, point, press, flex, draw it in, point, reach. We have 3 more. Roll into that right hip a little bit more, but still feel that press. If you need to reset, you're more than welcome. Because we have that tricep dip coming in. Are you ready for it? One last curl, curl. Point the toe, reach the foot. Draw it up, forearm press, and reach. Fold it in, flex it through, draw it up. Point the toe, reach the leg, step, forearm. Last 3. Ooh, I'm doing the wrong thing. That's all right. I'll just skip that one. Next time I reach it out. Getting lost in the tunes. All right. Next time you find that nice little forearm and that nice, what is it called? Donkey kick. We're going to flex out and flex in. So keep that foot flexed. This time, drive that heel all the way to the glute. If you liked it on the other side where you pointed the toe, flex the foot, draw it in. Took it a little slower, but I had a little bit more going on. You're more than welcome to it. Otherwise, keep that foot flexed. 3, 2, and 1. Fold the knee, fold the knee. Take it out to either side and settle into those hips. Sway into the back of those hips. Whew, I lost it at one point. Getting a little tired, I think, and that's good. We're working hard. All right, from here, we have a little bit of an arm series. So option in that kneeling arm series to grab a hold of your weights. You can also fold that blanket, that towel, or that mat, just so you have a little extra padding, always coming up into standing if those knees have had enough. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Those floating ribs float towards the spine. Exhale, reach those arms out. Inhale. Last 3. Last 2. This last one, we're reaching out. Little opalite. Forward circles, tiny little circles. Dessert plates almost. 4, 3, 2, reverse for 5, 2, 1. Pause here, soften those shoulders, drop those ribs, flip those palms to the front of the room. Folding into 90, just that right arm is going to punch up to the ceiling. Fold in, and just that left. Let's find that beat. Reach. You got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Fold. Reach those arms out. Double arm, fold. Double arm, reach. Fold, reach, fold, reach. Last 2. Last 1. Leave those arms out there. Just that right arm is going to fold and reach out. Keep the torso nice and strong, nice and steady. Last 1. This time, reach it out onto the other side. Reach, fold, reach, fold. You got it. Last 1. Both arms once again, fold, reach, fold, reach. Last 1. Fold it into 90. Close those elbows together or as close as they want to be. Clasp those hands, little pulses. Draw that lowest rib softly down towards the spine. Soften those shoulders. We'll feel those shoulders for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause here. Take those arms shoulder width distance apart. We're going to hinge into the hips, so keep the spine nice and long. And then reach it up. Punch all the way up to the ceiling. We're going to find that bicep curl and then kick it all the way back into that tricep. Fold in, reach up. So find that hinge before you find those arms. Last 2. Last 1. Pulse it back with those triceps. Pulse it back with those pinkies up to the ceiling, to the sky, and then squeeze in as if you have an imaginary ball just behind you. Soften those ribs towards the spine. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Fold those arms into that bicep curl. Punch all the way up. Big circle sweep all the way around. Whew. Take those weights off to the side if you do not want them for your lunge series. We are going to end with a double down on that lunge series. Same song, canceled, because these lunges are going to get us canceled. But you can have those weights if you would like them. Maybe if you have wrist weights or ankle weights, taking them on your wrists or your ankles. Otherwise, holding onto them, stepping to the top of your mat, arms by your side. Stepping that left foot back into a half step back. So we're going to find a split stance squat with a bicep curl. So folding into those biceps and drive up. Feel that sensation of drawing those hip bones to either side of the room as you fold into that imaginary seat pulled up behind you. You feel a soft hinge from those hips towards that standing leg in front of you. Last 1. Shoulders stay soft. Smile through those collarbones to either side of the room. This time we're finding a pulse, so fold it in. Little pulse. Pause in that bicep curl. Take a lot of that weight into the front leg, the front heel to be exact, and the little bit of weight that we have, we'll take it into that back big toe. 3, 2, 1. We're going to step that foot back a little bit more. Find that 90-90 squat. Hinge at the hips so that spine is nice and long towards the ceiling. Fold in. Hinge forward. Step forward. Step it back. Hinge. Drop it down. Hinge it forward. Step it forward. Step it back. Hinge. Fold. We're pausing in that bicep curl. Last 1. This time as we find that 90-90, little pulses. Drop that back shin as much as you can. Option to reach those arms up as those lower ribs soften down. Last 3, 2, and 1. Pause here. We're going to open out to the side. Find that nice sumo or plie squat. Those arms can be reached or they can be at the chest still. Little pulses. Scoop that tail so the tail almost hits the ground underneath you. Pressing through the heels, dancing through the toes. Last 3, 2, and 1. Rotate back to center. And when you're ready, reach those arms, biceps and ears in alignment. Hinge from those hips. Lengthen through that back leg. Little pulses. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it forward. Keep those arms reaching. Little pulses at the top. For 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach all the way up. Big circle sweep all the way down. Kick those heels to the glutes. Roll out the shoulders. You can choose to have those weights on the other side. We have the same song, same series, different side. Or you can take those weights off to the side. That's a-okay. I'm not looking, I'm not checking. Take those feet hip width distance apart. We're starting right away. Roll those shoulders. Find that breath. Find that bicep curl. And step that right foot half step back. We're folding in and lifting up. Folding in and lifting up. Engage the glutes as you draw to that top and fold in, widen through the sit bones as you draw to that bottom. Folding in, step it back, hinge, drop it down, draw hinge, step it forward, step it back, fold. Whew. It's all fun and games until the other side comes around. We are almost done. We're almost in those pulses. All right. Step it back. Hinge up. Little pulses. Pause here. If it felt good, reach those arms up. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 'Pause here. Rotate on that back heel. We have that wide squat, pressing through those heels. Little pulses. Arms can be at the chest in that bicep curl or reaching overhead. As long as those ribs are nice and soft towards the spine, the sit bones are drawing towards the ground beneath you. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Pivot back. Reach those arms up if they're not already lifted. Ears and biceps in alignment. Reach through that back leg, fold through, and find that pulse. Pulsing through the front leg. Last 5. For 4. 3. 2. And 1. Step it forward, pulse. Press into those heels, dance with those toes, drop the lowest rib. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach it all the way up. Draw those arms down. Take those weights to the side if you have them. From here, those hands find the hips. We fold into those sit bones. Lift the right heel, little pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, other side. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw it down, press through those heels, rise all the way up. Kick those heels to the glutes. All right, party people, you are done and dusted. Well done. Life of a showgirl. It's not an easy one, but you did it. Well done. Let me know how you did. Let me know how you liked the song choices and what song in the album is your favorite song. I am tossing up between 2. I won't tell you just yet, but let me know down below and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.